It's funny how the game was perfectly and not lagging for most of it. And then ever since I got to that tree area, it started to lag. Ever since that moment. It's been fine before then. Whoa.
What? Hannah's going.
Hello. Hello.
Mother, I won't let the darkness trick me again. I know you're safe with the gods. I can feel Hannah's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me. Secrets that even I can't see. I'm not here to fight my past. I'm here for Dillian. I will fulfill my vow, whatever the cost.
Oh, here's a letter. The camera moves way too slow.
She is rotting. She must defeat her. There is no way she can defeat Hela. She must. Hela is powerful. She must. But she has to go. Hela has Dillian's soul. She must speak to her. She must fight, or she must go back. Find another way. There is no reason. There has to be. She can't. Turn back. She must.
Oop.
Is she strong?
Repair a bridge thing.
Are you strong? She can't feel strong enough. Senua is strong. She is. She's not strong enough. Hela has defeated her twice.
No, I haven't. Oh, wait, no, Hela has, right.
You're the rot. Look at your mom. Look what Hela's done to you in front of you. This way you can't let it go now. It's the only way. You have to do it.
You have to fight on.
The final battle. Back. It's the final task.
It's the final countdown.
It's broken. She has to fix it. It's too dangerous. She's done it before. She can't fix it. She's done it before. She can. She can. She'll do it again. How will she do it? There must be a way. You have to try. She'll never make it.
It's the final countdown.
She can't cross the bridge. It's broken. She has to fix it. It's too dangerous. She's done it before.
You have to fight on.
The final battle. Get his soul back. It's the final task.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
This isn't just a broken bridge, is it?
Nope.
Mother, you showed me how to see further. To see the hidden wonders in our world and explore new paths into the unknown. To lead so that others may follow, or to warn so that they may avoid.
Oh, maybe I have to go further.
That is our gift and our duty. I'm not going to look away in fear anymore.
She can do it.
She can do it.
Oh, there's multiple.
She can still see the secrets of the
Oh god, this is gonna be,
things special.
it's gonna be bad.
She must see. She has the sight.
So this is like, oh, there's the final boss room, but you've got to repair, like, 4 things or something. Oh, hi there.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end.
Most of these start off with the
They call
Northmen.
this Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods.
Oh,
First, there will be a
I've already
terrible
heard
winter,
this.
3 years long. Then, mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death, and people will forget what they owe their kindred. Times will be hard. Crimes will be great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children played. The world will fall into ruin.
That'll be a fun time. Hey there.
Northmen say the gods will fight the last battle at Ragnarok. Their watchmen will blow the horn that can be heard through the whole world. And Odin will speak with the severed head of Mimir, which gives him good counsel. The land of the giants will thunder with the sound of their army on the move. The gods will assemble. The dwarves will leave their stones. The frost giants will come from the east. The Midgard serpent will turn up the waves. Eagles will scream and tear at the corpses with their yellow beaks. The ship of the dead will set sail.
Dramatic. I love how the prophets, or whoever's thinking of this, can tell all this just from prophecies. It's amazing. Come on, bub. One more. Once again, the mouse sensitivity is very slow. I hate it. Oh. Oh god.
Focus! Focus now! Behind you! We're winning. Behind you! Watch out!
Let me get out of it. Thank you.
He's too fast. Behind you. Finish this! End it now!
There we go.
How will she do it? What will she do?
I could have sworn there was like another room.
How's she going to find it? Is that just
Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, it seems like I was wrong.
How will she get it? She must bargain. No. She'll kill her. She cannot bargain with Hela. She's not strong enough to kill her. What is Hela?
Oh no. Hela will be bargaining with
No
me.
one can bargain with Hela. What is
I either kill her or I kill her.
She could give her her own soul. No. Her soul's rotting. She'd rather die. It's a worthless soul. But it's all she has to give. She has a warrior soul. What more could
Yes, a warrior soul.
a cursed soul? Of course she is, no matter what she does. She can reveal.
Okay, so
She can fight her. She can fight her at Ragnarok. She's a warrior.
maybe I have to go down the bottom.
Hela will want
I don't
to
think I can
fight
get any
her.
higher than the floor above me.
Her soul is valuable.
Hela will want her soul.
She
Then
can take
again,
Dillian's soul and lay him to
maybe
rest.
not. Hella. Because if you look, there are pixels there,
She's
meaning you have to like
saving
look at it
Dillian.
from maybe up there or something.
She just has to be prepared to fight for it. Few have come this far. She can finally put him to rest. What if she falls at the final hurdle? She won't. Then Hela will take both their souls. She will defeat Hela. It's all for nothing. If she doesn't save Dillian, his soul will be eternally damned. No. He'll stay here forever. Being tortured. No. She'll stay here forever. She's stuck. Hela. She will join Dillian in Hela. What happens if she saves Dillian's soul? What happens to Senua? The darkness will take her anyway. She can't win. There's nothing she can do. She'll be stuck in the darkness forever, whatever she does. She'll lay him to rest. She'll take his soul and she'll bury him. She won't lay to rest. No. Hela will take her soul. She'll be eternally captured by the darkness. This is her sacrifice. This is what she was made to do. No, she can save him and she can get away. She can lay him to rest. She can't get away from the darkness. She's come this far. Few have come this far. But the darkness is in her. Don't listen to them. The darkness is who she is. Without the darkness, she's nothing. She's a warrior.
Okay, guys, we need to have a little talk about how often you're allowed to talk in my head. It's getting a little annoying when I'm trying to look for stuff. It's interesting, yes. But goddamn. Oh. Oh, we're fixing that. Okay. Why are we fixing that? Sorry, I was trying to find a way to fix the bridge, and so I just got annoyed and started focusing everywhere, hoping for something to happen. And that happened. Okay.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the gods will face a ship full of their foes, which Loki has steered to Asgard. It carries the fire giants, the wolf that will eat the sun, and all kinds of dark creatures. Surt will join them with his sword of fire. The cliffs will crash, trolls will walk the land, men will tread the road to hell, and the heavens will split open.
Holy crap. People sure tell funny tales, ha ha ha. It's funny, right, guys? You know, heaven splitting open like that could happen. Huh? Oh. Oh god.
She's hurt. She's injured.
Ah. Wow, that fight surprised me. They didn't do much like, oh, watch out things. Also, oh wait, no, there's a place here. Never mind. I thought this place was going to be just a death trap. There's nothing here but enemies. There we go. Now we can go on the corridor. I'm going to go to the highest floor though, because there might be a lore marker there. Yep.
The Northmen said each god will do battle at Ragnarok. Odin will fight the monstrous wolf and be killed, but his son will avenge him and plunge his sword into the heart of the beast. Freyr will face Surt, but he had given his sword away for love, and without it, he cannot defend himself against the flames. Thor will smite the Midgard serpent to no avail. The sun will grow black. The earth will sink into the sea. The stars will disappear. Fire and water will meet. Steam will shoot up. Flames will play against the sky. The heavens and earth and all the world will be burned. All the gods will be dead. And the warriors of Valhalla and the people everywhere. Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok. For it is nigh.
If you say so, mate, you may want to go see a psychologist. I'm kidding, by the way. Just the way he's speaking, how it's like, "Ah, la, la, la." I can't help but think it's overly dramatic. Expected there to be enemies here. Good damn.
You're close.
Most showed me though when I could use focus. I get this game is meant to have like no HUD, but it would be very nice to know when I can use my focus. Oh god.
It's not over. It's not over.
No, 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 no.
Behind you. She's hurt. She's injured. She will die. Stop. She will die. Stop. It's nearly over.
Phew! Hopefully you guys will be the last ones of the game I have to fight.
She's here. The path to Hela. I can sense her. Where is she going? She's getting closer to Hela. She's going to die. I'm scared. Wait.
I'm not gonna die. Hela's gonna die.
Wait. What? What happens when she dies? What happens to us? What happens to us?
Huh.
We die too. Do we die too?
We die too.
I don't want to die.
We'll all die someday.
I don't want to die.
And when everyone's gone, even the gods will die.
We don't want to die. I don't want to die. Senua, stop. Turn back. Stop. Stop her. Why is she going? Stop. Senua, stop. What happens to us? Stop her. Why would she stop to die? She would stop. Stop. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
I don't want to die. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
You'll never come back if you go there.
There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me.
Listen to me, not them.
They were afraid. Like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made up monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real.
They made them real.
No!
Follow your soul and let go of the Senua revolve. For there lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
Let's go.
It's not like the old stories, is it? The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. Oh, this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
Is that Dillian over there, the darkness guy? Oh no, it's lots of people. Are these the souls within her?
Turn away, Senua! Turn away, Senua!
You see it, Senua? You see the darkness, faces fear and suffering. You can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too.
And then I will kill the darkness.
You understand, Senua?
So that's why Hell went after me before, because I killed Van Raden, Belraven, and Surt. I disobeyed the gods.
I do understand. You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
It was all a lie. You are a lie!
Ho ho ho!
She didn't defy the gods. She defied you. And so you killed her.
You didn't pray to the gods. You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandoned you.
You tortured her. You killed her. You are the darkness.
Yeah, bring it on. Okay, maybe.
The rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you.
You're a liar.
The darkness is inside you and it will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw the last dying gasp.
I won't let you kill me.
Hey, mate. How are you? And not perfect. Never mind. I tried doing it perfect. I don't want to risk dying here, so. Oh, these guys are much weaker. Why? Are we like showing our anger and that's why we're stronger? I like this. Ow.
Watch out. Behind you.
Yep, thank you for that.
see through your darkness. You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Wait, he's Hela? Okay, I didn't actually expect that. I know this whole game I've been saying what if we're Hela and stuff.
Running forward, moving backwards to wallow your miserable past.
But I didn't expect the guy that was helping us to be Hela.
The same mistake that killed him in the first place. I tried to save you from yourself. You still believe it is a lie. The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillian by the Northmen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillian's soul if the darkness is a lie? How you saved him?
Okay, for some reason it's out of sync. I don't know why.
He's here. I know he's here. Dillian, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll find you.
Oh no! Oh no! Come on now. Van Raven, mate. It's been ages. And you're kicking my ass. Goddamn. Oh, now we're to the to Fenrir. Or at least a smaller version of him. Goddamn. Seriously? Evade usually makes me like invincible and stuff like that. But I guess this game just doesn't care anymore. You're gonna be using it the whole game, you're gonna stop. I get that. What are there? Yeah, there's multiple. Oh no. I wonder what my goal is here, because it doesn't seem like I can actually kill them.
Dillian, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll find you.
Bring it on, sir. Bring it on. Too slow. Fafnir, look, doggy, I will put you out in your kennel if you're not careful. I know all your moves now. I've had to do this like 3 times. Because of bloody game crashes. Ah! Okay, I forgot about your 4 attack. I tried deflecting that, didn't work.
Be careful, Senua.
Ah! I dodge rolled that. God damn it.
Behind you.
Oh? I did it! Oh my god! I actually did it! I'm sorry. I shouldn't be so excited about that. It's just dodge, roll, attack. But I have had to do that 4 times now. Because every time I try getting up to a certain area, my game randomly freezes, crashes. It said something about UE4 Hellblade has crashed and closed. And it turns out what I had to do was I'm not sure if this was necessary, but I changed the resolution to 1280 x 720, and I had to change it to windowed full screen. That wouldn't have been a problem. I was worried though, because in case you guys don't realize from my Star Wars The Force Unleashed series, when I had to go back on YouTube and look up cutscenes that I skipped, my computer has a problem where it's activated and everything for Windows. My friend who built me the computer made sure he did that. But it keeps on asking me to activate Windows in the bottom right corner, and it goes over anything that goes behind it. Chrome, normal games, stuff like that. Unless a game is full screen, it appears over the top. So I was like, windowed full screen, is that more windowed or more full screen? Will it appear over the top or the bottom? But no, it's over the top, thank God. I thought I wouldn't be able to finish this Let's Play.
You're trying to trick me again with your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me. You have him.
Dillian's gone. Dillian is dead.
No, he isn't.
Go now. Unwarned.
What's the bet you're Dillian, though?
Or what? What can he do to me that you haven't already? Fight me. Come on.
No, you meant to say come on twice, not fight me. Oh, good, I just had to walk near it. Bring it, Hella. Huh. I'm not sure I'm meant to be able to get this close. There I am.
You betrayed your own.
Oh, it's normal enemies.
God.
Can they die as fast as last time? Yep, they do. I'm happy.
Look where that's got you. Let go of your battle. Let go of redemption. Let go of Dillian.
God damn, there's a lot of enemies.
Hurt anyone else.
Yeah, do whatever you want, mate. I don't care what happens to me anymore. I just want my baby back. Yeah, stinky voices in my head. Aren't you still worried about what happens to you if I die? I mean, seriously. Or is that my mother talking? I don't know. Unleash the focus. The music in the background is so fitting. I'm not even kidding. It just feels so good. Oh!
Watch out. Be careful, Senua.
Oh, goddamn. That was weird.
Behind you.
Don't worry, nothing's coming up behind me as long as I got dodge roll. Is it really a roll, though? I mean, it's more of like a strafe than a roll. Oh, I don't want to be inside Hella. Yes, bring it.
Watch out.
You better watch out, voices in my head.
Watch out.
Ah, goddamn.
Watch out.
You know, I'm really respecting how great it is to play when a game doesn't crash. I'm just letting you guys know that, because after how much times it happened, I am pissed, but I'm so happy it's not happening anymore.
Behind you.
Ugh.
Let go. Go, Senua.
No, no. Bring it. Ow.
Let go of your battle. You don't have to fight.
You're killing yourself.
Shut up! I do want to fight, and I do have to. Jeez, voices, what happened to telling me about this stuff? Oh, about time. Could have told me that a bit earlier. Ah!
Let go of your battle. You've done enough.
Behind you. You're going to die.
No, I'm not.
Watch out.
Stop shaking, world. Maybe focus is like a charge up thing. I keep on thinking it's based on how much like hits you do and it charges up a meter. Maybe not.
Behind you.
Get up, get up, get up.
You better. Stop. You're killing yourself. Behind you.
Ah. Are you kidding me? Wait, was that meant to happen? You're kidding me. That was meant to happen. Huh. That's hilarious. Sorry, I'm just turning up my sound. Oh, come on, no.
You're alive. And there's no doubt. Then you never took him from me, did you? And I can't save Darian. Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a lie, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know it. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release him. I've got nothing left.
has no power over me.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senua. Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
I'm sorry. The object has a mind of its own, it's shaking.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea. Do not mourn the waves, the leaves, and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again.
She's gonna fall off, isn't she? Oh, it's the rot.
This is where my story once began. And so it has to end here. Because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
Wait, did she say there's another story to tell?
Go with her. This now will be your story to witness. Goodbye.
Well then, I'm actually surprised by that ending. I expected to fight Hella personally, but no, Hella was more of like a watcher. She made the decisions, but she didn't actually take part in the battle. She just took the life after sending her, or his, I guess. I don't really know. They keep on calling Hella a girl, but the human figure that it took was a guy. If that figure that was in the hood and everything was meant to represent Hella. So I'm just going to call it a him. Not a her, I mean, because everyone else called it a her, all the souls and stuff. And also it sounds like a girl's name, like Hell and then Hella. But Hella was more like a watcher. She sent her minions forward, she watched over, and then when she'd pushed Senua into so much withdrawal, just took the life. That was a great game though. My friend's been telling me to play that for months now, and I'm actually pretty... I got really caught into this, but it took me about 4 days. And that's mainly because of when I started recording. I would have bet it sooner if I had a lot more time on my hands. I would have bet it last night. Well, I mean, I doubt I would have actually, because there's a lot more than I realized after that mini-boss, after that boss battle. But, yeah, I'm really surprised by that ending. You had to die. I wonder what would have happened if you'd actually been able to survive for long enough, though. Would you have fought Hella personally? That would have been cool. Maybe there's actually another ending. Whether they give me a chance to go back to that battle individually, I don't know if I'd do it, because there's a lot getting up to that final part. Like, you have to go through fighting the normal enemies normally, and then you have to fight the bosses one after another, endlessly. It's not that hard, it just involves a lot of evading. But, yeah. But otherwise, my thoughts on the game, I liked it. It was a lot different to the games that I'm used to playing. This one is most likely closer to what I prefer in a game. I prefer the kind of games where you have free movability, and the mechanics of the game, the battle mechanics were really addicting. I'm not kidding, they're really, really addicting. The fact that I kept on getting scared to block, but yet I ended up doing it anyway, just to see if I could actually time it properly, I think is proof to see that just what you get out of it is really good. Like, yeah, you may miss, but if you can get that perfect block, boom, like 5 extra hits. And usually you don't have to like evade and then dodge and evade and then hit, and whew, it was amazing. But that's my thought on the game mechanics. Game mechanics were fabulous. I'd actually put them at a 10 out of 10 because they were so good. And also, just to add to that, make it an 11 out of 10, I like how insta-kills were not a thing. Like, for example, once you were on your knees, you didn't die. You just had to rapidly press buttons, and you got back up. And it was very hard to die in battles unless you didn't know about the rapid press to get back up. Like in Van Raven's battle, I didn't know about that, and that's why I died twice. But in Cert's, it happened once, but I was able to get back up, and then I killed him. And Fafnir's battle, the only reason I really died in Fafnir's battle was because, and I edited the battle out, it was like, I actually died twice, but one of them was very confusing, and it was complete darkness. Not even kidding. I got to a point where Fafnir was running to the sides and jumping at me, and now I realized that he was actually just running at you and then he was jumping at you. I didn't know that at the time, and so I just kept on evading, wondering what the hell he was doing, and waiting for... Oh, warning, this game contains representations of psychosis, people with experience, stuff like that. If you'd like to find out more about psychosis and mental health difficulties, visit Hellblade. This game also includes violent scenes, as some may find distressing. I've already bet the game, you already told me this. But, yeah, it was just like complete darkness, and I couldn't see anything, and I ended up dying, so that was very confusing. But, yeah, I really like the combat. The only things I didn't like about the game were mainly the puzzle solving. The puzzles themselves were really fun to do, but I believe they would have... Oh, wow, they just take away the continue option. Holy crap. The only thing that was really annoying about the puzzle solving was two things. One, what was it? It was something... I don't remember what the first one was. I know my main issue was the mouse sensitivity. The mouse sensitivity, I wish you could change that. I don't see the point in having slow mouse sensitivity when there's meant to be a lot of looking around. And I don't see a way to put that... I don't see how I can put that any nicer. The game requires you to look around a shit ton. And yet, it has low mouse sensitivity, and you can't change it. It would have been better with controller, I'm guessing, because then you just have to hold the analog stick to the left or the right, and you look in that direction continuously. Other than that, in comparison to a mouse, where you have to keep on moving it. So maybe I should have played this with a controller. I don't know. I feel more comfortable with the mouse because because a keyboard is what I'm using every single day. But maybe next time I play this kind of game and there's low mouse sensitivity and I can't change it, maybe I should switch to a controller. I should have done that, and I just... It's still a problem, though. I'm not trying to find a good way out of this. I'm literally saying, if you're going to make a game like this, put in a mouse sensitivity option so you can increase it. I'm just saying. Dishonored 2 has it, and this is actually a close representation, because there's a lot of it looking around in Dishonored 2, and Dishonored 2 has a mouse sensitivity option. So I'm just saying, I'm sorry, but that was my main issue of the game. Literally my only issue, I think, sir. I can't think of what the other issue was. I'm not going to try thinking about it because I just want to keep on talking and I don't want to go quiet for too long. But yeah, that was my only issue in the game. But the story for the game, I'm going to try narrowing it down to what I think it is. So this is going to take a while. This is probably going to be a very long talking session. So if you like the series, I thank you for watching. If you didn't like it, well, I can't really change that, can I? I think the only reason people might have not liked it, if not for my talking, would be the lag that happened like halfway through the series. I don't know where that came from. Maybe it would have changed if I changed the window full screen earlier in the Let's Play. Maybe it was because I was in full screen. Maybe it was because of the resolution. I don't know. I tried changing it. I even tried lowering my graphics settings. I don't know what was going on. At first I thought it was the game, but yeah, that's past. I'm going to ignore that. The story itself. So what I see it as is, in retrospect, in case you guys need a little clarification, Senua is heading off to see Hela to get the soul of her loved one back. And the way to get to Hela requires a gate to be broken, and to get rid of that gate, she is believing in the voices in her head. And so she goes to kill these two gods. When that's taken care of, and she's going across the gate, she's seen as disrespecting the gods, and so Hela steps in and basically knocks her away and tries pushing her against her darkness. Now, I honestly saw Hela appearing that early as weird, but now that I think about it, it's a lot more understandable than I thought. Because the person who was talking to Senua at first was Druth. And the only reason we found Druth was because he died trying to disrespect the gods. He tried... Basically, Senua's mother had given her life to the gods, but Druth had fought against them, and he died against them. And so Senua's basically like... It's never really explained how she's able to do it. I'm really disappointed in that. But I'm guessing she's just able to take his soul along with her, as like a carrier. And that's why Druth is able to talk to her. Other than... or maybe what she's hearing is a hallucination. Because as the game says, it goes into a lot of psychosis and mental difficulties. Now, I don't have, like, schizophrenia or anything, so I can't really think of what it's like. I do have autism, but it's nowhere close to that. But I'm the kind of person that likes not really researching those kind of things, but imagining what they're like. And so the best way I can imagine it is, if it's not she's actually carrying these people's souls, it's most likely like a split personality. I have a feeling that she has several voices, and they each have their own thoughts of what she's going through. For example, all those girl voices, and like, the voices that talk to you during battle and stuff, they sound like they're all girls. So, I'm going to take that as they're other versions of Senua. So Senua, the body of Senua, and the mind that's controlling her body, is wanting to save her beloved. But then there are other voices, and either they agree with her, or they don't agree with her. And that's why there's so many split things. For example, a lot of the voices sound similar, so several voices could be saying different things. And they may all sound similar. But then there are the subtitles. The subtitles only follow what one person is saying. And I remember one of the subtitles saying something about, look, the door or something, don't go in there, she has to. Or maybe it was the waterfall or something. And it just made me think, do these voices have, like, do they change their mind often? I'm not really going anywhere with that, but I think the voices that's going on in Senua's head aren't actually other souls. They're split personalities, sort of. And Druth is just another one of them. Like, I'm guessing she lost her father. Or no, she ran away from her father to go with Dillion. And she must have felt so sad after losing Dillion that she wanted her father back. And since we never actually see Druth as a person, we only see, like, a soul version of him, I have a feeling that's just Senua's hallucination of him. I don't really know what to believe in this game, honestly, when it comes to characters like Druth. Like, there are stories saying, what do you call it? He died against Cert. There's one saying, what do you call it? I think that, I remember there was one other, but I don't remember it. And then at the end, when you're fighting Hela's minions and stuff, I remember Senua saying, what my father turned into. And I thought she meant Hela. I'm like, did your father turn into Hela or something? I don't really understand what she meant from that. I could completely wrong by assuming this, but did she mean her father turned into some kind of god or something? Like, did they take his soul or something like that? I don't know. But I do have a feeling that the Druth you hear for most of the game, for half the game at least, up until you go through the gate, and then Hela's voice which I thought was Van Raven at first, but it's actually Hela. I think that was just her thought of him. So yeah, I think a lot of this, as the game says, goes into a lot of mental issues around Senua, and that's why she hears so many voices. And that would also explain why there's so much visual hallucinations. Like, if there's a fire near you, the whole screen will have, like, a glow of fire and stuff like that. And it's just incredible how they do that. It's also, when you think about it, it's also a little scary, because hallucinations can really trick with the mind. And I haven't had hallucinations much before. I don't remember. I mean, there was one time when I woke up and I was talking to my pillow, and I thought I was talking back, but that's a long story. Not really, but I don't want to talk about it. But, Yeah, this game goes into it a lot. Holy crap. But Hella, I'm trying to understand what the story with Hella is. Because the way I see it is I don't believe there's anything as, like, gods in this game. I don't think they're gods. I believe Senua has grown up believing in the gods. And she's as Dillian said, no, as she said to Dillian in her flashback of the tree, she never leaves the house. So, for all I know, she's been trapped in her house, led to believe specific things. Most likely a mix. Like, for example, there's her mother, who believes in the gods, thus why she gave her life to the gods. And then there's her father, who probably hates the gods. So most likely Senua was being told two different completely things in her childhood. And Dillian was there like, come on, escape with me, bruh. Come, we can go make love and babies and stuff like that. And Senua left for the first time in forever. Thus the trials for the sword. She was facing the real world. She was facing and finding her true self. What she wants to believe in. And I think that's what's going on. Now, I don't know what's going on in the real world. And when I say the real world, I mean the stuff that happened in this game. I don't believe that's true. I don't believe there was a huge bridge. I don't believe there was this huge godly area. I don't believe there was this huge tower. I believe that is all in Senua's mind. I believe everything that's going on here has to do with either she is still trapped at home and hallucinating. Like, for example, something happened to her, or over time her mind has just gone crazy from all the trapment in her house, and and Dillian is probably like maybe a fragment of her imagination, an escape, I believe. But then there's also a possibility that she's like in a coma, and she's believing all this. Like maybe her mother died, and she died peacefully. That's why in the game they explain that she gave her life to the gods. And then maybe Druth went missing, like maybe he left one day, and that's why it's like he disrespected the gods, he left. Maybe? I'm just trying to think of why Senua would think he disrespected the gods. Unless, of course, he's just like outright said, I hate the gods and stuff. But I don't believe anything in this game happened actually. I believe this is all just in her mind. Her fighting the gods are basically her trying to fight her fears. She believes several things, and the gods are basically like bad thoughts. They're telling her to do specific things, and she's like, shut up, no, go away. And that's why with a lot of the gods, she's yelling at them. Like, for example, the only reason she goes to fight Van Raven and Cert are because she wants to get through the door. But yet there are huge backstories about them. Like, Van Raven is supposedly this darkness that was in the wilds. We never actually get to hear much about the wilds. And if I'm right in thinking that anything that happens in this game has to do with Senua's hallucinations, then Van Raven... This could be pushing it, but I believe she's making up thoughts just so she has an excuse to kill these people, or gods. Like, for example, if I'm right in okay, so I just want to let a little clarification out here. I have no idea what the real thought about this game is. I have no idea what's canon. I have no idea if everything in this game happened for real or not. This is my thoughts. So if you guys want to yell at me, go ahead. This is just what I'm thinking of the time right now. What I believe 100% is that this isn't real. I believe she's either ran away from home and is stuck in this mindset, or she's basically in a coma, or she's trapped at home still, and her mind is just going crazy with all these thoughts. I believe Dillian isn't real. I believe Dillian is basically just an escape for her. Because we never get to truly see Dillion, we only get to see representations of Dillion through Senua's mind. And that makes me think maybe he's just a fragment of Senua's mind to keep her going on her journey. And if we're going to push that even further, the gods are most likely fragments of her imagination as well, based on what she's grown up with, believing, and stuff like that. But their backstories, I do believe they are fake. Fighting Van Raven, the darkness from the wild, she called it, I believe that was just her imagination, so she would have a reason to get angry at it or something. Though I don't understand why she'd make up the story of Van Raven having killed Dillion when it actually tried to kill her. I don't understand that, because she might be just making that up so she doesn't realize that Dillion died another way. Because remember Hela said something about Dillion was tortured by the Northmen, or butchered, or by whatever. If I'm right in Hela and all the other gods being fake as well, and that is part of Senua's mind, that could also just be an excuse. And all these excuses could be just like covering up the fact that Dillion's not real. Maybe. I'm going way too deep into this, honestly. I'm sorry. That's just my representation of this. I think it's all just hallucinations. I don't know what's actually going on, like in the real world, but from what I can see from the ending, I'm going to talk about the ending now. From what I can see about the ending, I think she finally comes to terms with what's going on. Some people may be a little confused as to why she came back to life. I don't think she died. If I'm right, with all the voices being different versions of Senua, then that could just be like the side of her that believes in Dillion. And with what Dillion said at the end, how dying without loss is a life without love, maybe she goes against those words because she finally realizes maybe that Dillion's not real, but mainly that she needs to live her own life and stuff, and that's why she throws her head off. Other than that, though, I don't really know. In the end, it's all speculation. I doubt... It's one of those types of games where I doubt the developers will actually explain what their thought behind this was. And even then, I don't even think the developers know what's going on behind this. For example, when I write a story, I don't think about what could be happening behind the scenes. I think about, what am I going to show the readers? And what am I trying to reference, basically. Of course, I am going to think what's going on behind the scenes, but I'm never going to have 100% knowledge. Even as the writer, I don't plan 100% of everything. I can't know 100% of everything. There are going to be so many things that happen on behind the scenes that I don't have all the answers. For example, in this game, there are so many questions. Is this hallucination, or is this actually happening? Are the gods real, or are they just Senua's hallucinations? Are the voices in her head actually other people, or is it just her with multiple personality disorder? If this is a hallucination, what's going on in the real world? That kind of thing. Those answers are most likely never going to be given to us. But I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I loved the game, nonetheless, and I'm talking for way too long. Oh, crap, this game was great. So otherwise, I am going to end this here. Oh, wait, no, we need to watch that. We need to watch the Hellblade feature thing. I forgot about that. So this episode's probably going to be like an hour and a half long. I'm sorry. I talked for way too long. Anyway, let's watch this. And then we'll end it. Okay, so basically I'm going to cut that out. It seems the Hellblade feature thing is 24 minutes long. I looked it up on YouTube. You can actually find it there. I don't want to put it into this video, though, because it'll make it way too long. And also, it's a documentary. I don't mind documentaries, but I don't really think they're great for putting it at the end of Let's Plays, or even anywhere in them. Unless, of course, I don't know. They do go into a lot of interesting things, though. They outright say Senua has a mental illness. It seems that Senua was based off this Celtic god or something that this guy believed fought against the Romans. And how Druth was based on a man named Findon, which, if you remember in Van Raven's puzzle, Druth told the story of how Findon became Druth. And Druth also means fool. So, that's something I didn't think of. The only reason Senua ends up going after the gods is because of Druth. Druth talked her into it by telling her stories about the gods. And if you don't realize, we only hear about the term Ragnarok because the lore markers that Druth is telling her. I believe the lore markers are just there for you to find, but in the end it's still Senua thinking about them. So obviously it's Druth telling her, which is her full side. But she ends up referencing Ragnarok to Hela, or whatever that creature's meant to be at the end. Actually, no, I believe that creature at the end, while it is Hela, it's just another version of her. It's a version of her that sort of knows reality? Sort of. I don't think any part of her knows reality, honestly, so I'm just going to stop saying that. But, yeah, she references Ragnarok. And it's only because Druth mentions it. She's slowly becoming the fool that Druth was. But yeah, that was incredible. Otherwise, I'm going to end it here. I'm not going to watch that Hellblade feature, while it is a little interesting. I like it. Though the game was very awesome. I am going to admit that with full-hearted. It was amazing. Honestly, the only trouble was the mouse sensitivity. But other than that, I think I'm good. So yeah, I'm going to leave this here. I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play. And I will see you guys next time. See ya.